In the present day, God declares, "If I am with you, who can be against you?" Your adversary is not completely infallible and is capable of causing harm. Religion perpetuates the deception that the malevolent entity possesses characteristics that are exclusive to me and are exclusively under my control. Although the devil employs his limited knowledge and resources to cause you harm, I have allocated all of the immense resources of heaven to your protection and prosperity. What do you anticipate will transpire? Today, beloved, depend on the strength of my tremendous right arm. Immediately, remain resolute in your faith and deceive the adversary with your thoughts and actions. The enemy can only prevail against you if you allow discomfort and pressure to impede your connection to the vine. I reiterate, my beloved, seek solace in me and have faith that I am overseeing and directing every aspect of your life. Your victory and elevation into my favor are assured and confirmed by your faith in the blood of the sacrificed Lamb on the cross, even though the enemy may fight and attempt to infiltrate your life. Today, God declares that His pleasure should serve as your guiding principle and direction. He asserts, your future is not determined by your history. My Spirit precedes you to unlock locked doors and safeguard your life and tranquility. I traverse your history without regard for time. I am the God of time and eternity. Although your past may appear to have permanently influenced your future, the Father asserts that it is my sovereignty, not time or chance, that determines your destiny. Expand your objectives and recognize that you are not constrained by the regrettable decisions you have made in the past. I am disrupting all that can be disrupted to ensure that only that which originates from and fortifies my reign endures. The Father instructs us to refrain from resisting the frequent pandemonium and tremors. As I stated in my word, it is through much suffering that you will enter the kingdom. Resist the pressure that would prevent you from achieving your most ambitious objectives, and my primary objective. Ascend with the fortitude of an eagle, and you will surmount all challenges and attain the fulfillment of my lofty aspirations for your life. Currently, God declares that His objective is to assist you in realizing your most ambitious aspirations and attaining the pinnacle of your most profound aspirations. By concentrating on my essence in your surroundings, you can engage with my intentionality, rather than ruminating on negative situations or the negative individuals you have allowed into your sphere. The Father emphasizes the significance of selecting companions with care, as associating with individuals who are pessimistic, negative, and sarcastic will not facilitate the attainment of my peace and joy. The Father inquires, what are you engaged in? What is the source of your anxieties and apprehensions? Maintain the health of your heart and mind by associating with individuals who provide you with the experience of joy, serenity, victory, and the thrill of surpassing boundaries, all while receiving encouragement from your peers. If the individuals in your vicinity do not motivate and assist you in adopting a water-walking perspective, it may be beneficial to reassess your social connections. Pretending to be pragmatic while being negative is not indicative of maturity. The Father urges you to embrace a vision of my purpose that transcends earthly boundaries and allow this to serve as a pivotal moment in your life. A person who resides in the heavens will mock. When one is in a position of elevated perspective, they discover humor and joy in situations that people on earth flee from out of dread. Ha ha ha. The absence of mirth signifies surrender. Disregard the distractions of unreliable advisors. I I will expedite your journey to your personal promised land if you set aside your insecurities and find your comfort, tranquility, and cadence in me, says the Father. Currently, God asserts that triumph is the result of a willing submission. You must overcome your persistent depression, which fails to recognize the potential for my grandeur to manifest in your life. My dearest adored, your position in my kingdom is forfeited due to self-pity. Elevate your identity in Christ and take control of your resentful self. Commit to my methodology and allow me to manage the outcomes. According to the Father, this represents the subsequent phase. You requested comprehension, however, you were seeking a shortcut, which I am unwilling to provide, as I think that shortcuts are indicative of timidity. Shortcuts deprive you of the full extent of my majesty in your narrative. I call upon you to invest in the complete scope of my methodology in order to achieve the highest level of satisfaction. Before the video continues, I request you to like the video and share this video with your family and friends, and request to donate us some dollars because I do not have house and I have to make my new house. During your most challenging moments, it is important to remember that the words you use have a significant impact on your identity. Do not lose hope. Rather, maintain your composure and load your mind with the words you wish to express, particularly when the positive aspects of your situation are difficult to discern. You may encounter a setback, however, you will promptly realign yourself to rule and exert authority as a principality and a force on the globe. Fill your mind with the words you wish to employ, as the words you use will influence the events that occur in your life. Whining and whining will result in a profound abyss of suffering that you will unavoidably descend into, leaving you to contemplate the question, how did this happen? The Father advises you not to complain, as it is unworthy of a combatant. Rather, you will not be disheartened or discouraged if you extol my magnificence. Today is a day of blessing and favor for you. Embrace praise, purpose, and determination to meet the utmost offerings that lie ahead. Today, God declares, "Beloved, there are always second chances." Do not give up when life stresses reveal your vulnerability and your faith is waning. I am perpetually interceding at the right hand of the Father to assist you in ultimately triumphing and rising into blessings, favor, and the realization of all that I have promised. This is my most significant and ultimate objective for you. No circumstance or decision you make has taken me by surprise, nor has it necessitated that I erase the blessings I have planned for you from your record in the book of life. Let go of the past and the shame. Allow me to purify, cleanse, and transform you to prevent the recurrence of those mistakes, errors, and sins. I possess the ability to irrevocably alter your persona and existence, beloved. People will gaze upon you and inquire, "Who are you?" It is a new creation in Christ that exists, communicates, and exemplifies the divine walk. They believe they knew you, but this is the altered and enhanced version of yourself, fashioned in my likeness. Consequently, celebrate the regeneration and restoration of life, as it is your inheritance. Please provide me with the requested item. Adhere to the influence of my Spirit on your heart. Enter a state of compliance, and you will observe that stagnation is broken, your life is revitalized in mine, and everything changes instantaneously. Today, God declares, "I am your assurance and reliance in this moment." The adversary will attempt to undermine the decisions you have made that have liberated you from his control by attacking your mind and emotions. Remain steadfast in the decisions that I assisted you in making. Victory and faith that are fostered are the result of the conviction in one's heart. There is no surrender or uncertainty. Weak or half-hearted solutions cannot replace the faith I have instilled in you. Your faith is the tenacious protector of your spirit, firmly grasping the adversary and relentlessly shaking him until he surrenders in agonizing defeat. I am requesting your perseverance today. The Father instructs us to remain steadfast and persistent. Even though individuals with superior armor and more reputable reputations within the kingdom may have surrendered, you should not. Do not forget the words of the author of Hebrews, looking unto Jesus, the author and the finisher. I am the one who is creating and completing you. Fix your gaze on me. Any other focus is inadequate and fails to demonstrate the significant work I will perform in your life. Reassess and realign your expectations. Confront your challenges with the conviction that divine providence is facilitating the risks you take in anticipation of my benediction and favor. The Father declares that this is the moment when the most exceptional assistance from heaven is rendered to you. God advises that when you are experiencing significant tension, you should trust in my will to be at work in your life. He states, amid the stresses you encounter, surrender to my magnificence, and I will prevent you from succumbing to the errors of disbelief and fear. Conquer the dismissive, so what mentality that does not believe the ancient promises of my word. Decide to elevate your thoughts above the doubtful voices or external influences that contradict your current promises in your life. Removing the doubt and disbelief that have developed around your spirit is crucial. Invoke your identity, declare the Father as your authentic identity as my cherished, and embrace this as your true self. Reject these as complete lies and see yourself as I see you. Each other's image is a distortion of self that originates from the adversary. You are entitled and powerful, and you are deserving of envy, as the events that will transpire in your life in the future will be astonishing and impossible to prevent, regardless of the enemy's intentions. My will is unbending, therefore, you must align your will with mine to serve as a conduit for my grace and sovereignty. The Father declares, this is your opportunity. Strive to achieve my full potential, as it is the sole certainty of your existence at this time. Currently, God is urging you to transition from a state of stagnation to a trajectory that will lead to the multitude of blessings that I have prepared for you. You are not awaiting God's intervention or this is the season designated by God. Rather, it is the time to embrace your blessings. Your moment of blessing has arrived, and your bold expressions of faith, your clear proclamation of my goodness, will destroy the mocking enemy who says, you cannot, and you will not. The Father asserts that He is not in control. Before the video continues, I request to donate us some dollars because I do not have house and I have to make my new house. My Lordship is overcoming every challenge on your behalf during this period of anticipation. The Father maintains that your actions, which are predicated on my words, are considerably more efficacious than your expectations of my actions. In response to your petitions to me, I have already implemented comprehensive provisions for a transition, change, and shift at the right hand of the Father. The Father recommends that you commence from your current position. Begin from your present position and do not ignore the call to obedience, even in the face of insurmountable obstacles. Will you not allow me to extend your strides in front of you? The Father declares that miracles are imminent, and you will be a part of them. It is now time to cease your anticipation and contemplation and begin the execution of the inspirations He has ignited within you, as you possess a ministerial vocation. Your hands are dedicated to the extraordinary and the abilities of healing. The Father declares, step over, transcend the obstacles, impediments, and excuses, and I will meet you there. Today, God maintains that His Son's prayer, "Nobody will but thine be done," resulted in the manifestation of grandeur, which descended. The manifestation of my grace in the present situation is the result of my will, in conjunction with the will of the Son. Jesus' submission to my will and the culmination that led to the crucifixion were facilitated by the magnificence that was shared with me before the earth's creation. The conduit for my presence and grandeur in your circumstances and existence is your will, not your ideology or convictions. Your religious beliefs and emotions are irrelevant. Your human will, and only your will, is necessary to align with my unfolding plan for your life. Consequently, respond affirmatively with a yes. Except for your unwillingness to make a decision, I am capable of managing any situation. I am transferring you from a will that was submitted based on simple authority to one that was submitted based on authorization. As my beloved, I derive my authority from you. You are granted my authorization when you assume the role of a servant and demonstrate obedience, even to the point of mortality. Now is the time for dramatic action and excessive measures, declares the Father. The enemy is not deterred by verbal threats. Your actions induce fear and trembling in him, while your fortitude preserves you from his assaults. Therefore, today, yield up your will once more. Your devotion and commitment to my kingdom should be renewed daily with renewed determination, just as my mercies are renewed every day. This is your portion, and it contains my assurance and its realization, in the will you have surrendered to me. Today, God has announced that He is integrating Himself into your life and character. Avoid becoming agitated by the individuals, circumstances, and events that change. What nourished you yesterday will not nourish you today, as life is characterized by change. In your domain, seek daily sustenance and renewed vigor from me. Maintain an open-minded perspective on all matters. The sudden changes that may appear illogical to you are responses to your prayers and supplications. Even if you are unable to comprehend the situation immediately, be aware that it is not an enemy exploiting the situation. It is my intervention to alleviate your burdens and improve your life in preparation for the forthcoming tasks and victory. Therefore, refrain from reflecting on the past. The Father advises you to refrain from reflecting on the past, as I will infuse it with my benevolence and favor to an extent that surpasses your wildest imagination. Do not harbor any remorse regarding the events that transpired. Rather, derive solace from the fact that I am in charge of your existence. Those who fail to commit to the task and only glance back will not persevere, as the reward is perpetually evolving toward my ideal and flawless design. The Father proclaims, "Rejoice," and I implore you to exult once more. The advantages of obedience and submission will continue to improve with each passing day. God desires to reveal your true nature to you today. In the same way that I exist, you also exist on this planet. In the present moment, what am I engaged in? I am not preoccupied, I am not discouraged, and I am not concerned about the future, my beloved one, because I have already experienced everything. Consequently, I am naturally prepared for the challenges of tomorrow. It is futile to contemplate the future, as my presence in your life today will not alter tomorrow. According to the Father, He is impervious to failure. Therefore, you are impervious to failure when you embody His essence in your life. The Father instructs, today, embody your authentic self. Do not be preoccupied with external factors, rather, allow them to affect you. Say to yourself, I will express my gratitude to the Lord with the utmost sincerity, and your praise will effectively dissuade the enemy from the battlefield. The enemy is discouraged, and fear is soothed by your praise. I am the source of your light and salvation. What adversary could challenge my significance in your life? Speak to your emotions. Remain fearless, as fear is apprehensive of you. Fear is so terrified of you that it remains awake at night, fabricating fabrications regarding events that will never transpire for the simple reason that I am present. Therefore, the Father commands, be elevated. I am aware that you may not always comprehend this, but I am dedicated to demonstrating to you the invincibility you possess in me, today, tomorrow, and indefinitely, if necessary. Today, God declares that your pleasure and joy should serve as your standards. Therefore, relish the day and maintain composure. The course of your life and the timing of your day are determined by the happiness and delight that I feel within you. Avoid the temptation to concentrate on obstacles, challenges, and struggles. Is it your intention to steer clear of that location? Know this, my dear, you are the destination of your attention. The adversary is adept at employing negative distractions to divert you from the path of pleasure and the most ambitious objectives I have established for you. Do not succumb to the deceitful tactics of the malevolent entity. Preserve your tranquility and remain content. Today, the Father commands, be elevated. Maintain a positive outlook. Have no uncertainty. Fear not. Failure is not permissible. I am collaborating with you and interacting with you. I am in your corner and not against you. That is not the message you have been repeatedly told. Rather, hearken to my voice rather than the voice of misinformed religious dogma. Nothing in your past has altered your life in a manner that renders my plan for you unfeasible. The land is available for your acquisition. You are capable of accomplishing your most ambitious objectives. I am with you. I will never abandon or disregard you. The Father asserts that the past is irrevocable. Therefore, concentrate on the future I have prepared for you. My presence and my spirit are to be cherished, as the adversary despises joy. That is the location of your liberation and the freedom that your heart yearns for. My authority is committed to realizing all of your most profound aspirations and aspirations. I embrace my totality and recognize that it is the reason I remain present in your life. Allow my benevolence to direct you toward the center of the destiny I had envisioned for you before the creation of the universe. The Father asserts, the temporary approval of humanity is of no consequence. Time is not a factor. My presence in your life, in conjunction with my encouragement and affection, will enable you to surmount any challenges or impediments. Assume the radiant appearance of the ideal archetype of destiny that I fashioned for you before the creation of the world. The Father implores, believe in me. I will continue from this point. Adhere to my directives without hesitation and attain the essence and actuality of all that I have promised you since the beginning of time. Today, God instructs us that we should never allow doctrine to replace the voice of my guidance in our lives. Do not allow your lack of comprehension of the regulations to prevent you from hearing my voice and adhering to my instructions. The adversary will approach you in a manner that is intended to elicit an instinctive response from you, based on your religious beliefs. However, I advise you to heed my voice, and he will be unable to deceive you with his deceptions and fabrications. Maintaining candor during interactions is imperative. Imitations will be immediately apparent if you genuinely conduct yourself. According to the Father, love is impervious to failure. It consistently ascertains its identity. It is always apparent. My affection for you is contingent upon the wisest individual's perspectives, which are intended to expose the enemy and the deception before the infliction of damage. Have faith in your instincts. My Spirit's inner guidance and attentiveness to my voice will enable you to perceive the world with greater clarity than you currently possess. Demonstrate that you possess the intelligence of a serpent and the purity of a bird. The adversary is incapable of remaining silent. He will disclose his error if you remain attentive. You will not be required to rectify any subsequent events if you engage with him in the Spirit. The Father assures us, I am with you, when we can witness and experience the spiritual conflict and victory in the Spirit. Today, God declares that you are not a transient entity. You have the time because I have the time. I am not a God of small things. I am the God of time, infinity, chance, and power. Therefore, refrain from allowing these thoughts to enter your consciousness. I am responsible for your existence, and I am enacting your days with my assistance and recording them in my book. Have confidence that a master craftsman is diligently striving to transform your life into a manifestation of paradise on earth. The intensity of my affection for you surpasses that of the entire ocean's sediment. My objectives, which are exceedingly precise and directly pertinent to you, surpass the constellations in the sky. I have always intended to serve as the framework within which my love would manifest itself in an ideal manner in your existence. The Father affirms, I am by your side. Who could oppose you if I lend my backing? Who is capable of disparaging you? Please observe these Father facts. Let the Father fact of my love energize you and eliminate all feelings of helplessness, sorrow, and false impressions of a negative situation. The greatest is yet to come. Today, God commands, do not obstruct my compassion for others. I dispatched the only begotten to rescue individuals from their nature when they were unappealing and opposed to my world. Please be advised that I manage all matters independently and that you will receive a recompense for aligning your emotions and thoughts with mine. Be cautious with your words and allow your emotions to be evident. Allow my character and essence to permeate you without any complications. I am the I am, and through my power and will, all will be restored to its original state. According to the Father, love is impervious to failure. Therefore, why would you ever abandon it? Individuals who adhere to religious beliefs are unaware of this affection. Religion is exclusively associated with moral superiority and self-justification. The Father warns, do not allow this to serve as a substitute for the love of God in your life. With all your heart, love. Demonstrate compassion that endures. Do not hesitate to love without reservation, and do not consider the potential consequences of extending the love you have freely received. I have cautioned you about this course of action and encouraged you to pursue it. As you synchronize your thoughts and actions with my dear, the present moment is of paramount importance, and the recompense is immediately apparent. Before the video ends, I request to donate us some dollars because I do not have house and I have to make a new house.